Can we talk about the fact that Travis Scott has had one of the biggest, if not the biggest, rug pulls in his career? I haven't seen a yoink this big, I think, ever in the history of rap happen to the same person. So if you're on some Patrick Star shit and completely living under a fucking rock, I'm talking about this whole debacle with Travis Scott and Sabrina Carpenter fighting for this spot for #1 on Billboard. Now, typically, I don't give a shit about stuff like this, right? But me dipping and sticking my toes in the waters of music and the rap verse, right? There's a lot of weird, dodgy shit that goes on, right? So we all know what happened with Travis Scott at the Grammys and how he was completely robbed for that with his album Utopia. Now, I'm not a Travis Scott glazer or meat writer by far, okay? I'm not a Travis stan at all. But I do want to give a little bit of background as to why Travis is one of the most influential rappers of this generation, right? Real quick. There would not be artists as big as Uzi, Cardi, Ken Carson, Destroy Lonely, Netspin, Osama Sun if it wasn't for the pioneer of Kanye West, who then brought Travis Scott into the fold. Because Travis just built on what Kanye did and amplified it by 20, right? You got this weird black motherfucker.
Travis Scott, man, XX.
With worms in his head, piss yellow gold grills, talking about upper echelon and riding up uptown, and then makes this beautiful mixtape, Days Before the Rodeo, which is hands down, arguably, you could debate with anybody, your mama, your boss, your baby mama, your auntie, your grandma, but you're not going to debate with me. I'll throw hands about this. Days Before the Rodeo is the best project Travis Scott has put out in his discography to date, hands down. Hands down. Hands up if a nigga want to debate about it, bro, because I'm not playing. Dead ass the best project. La Flame era of Travis Scott will go down in history, and which is why he is on the way he is. Okay? Now, it was a big topic that Travis Scott officially released Days Before the Rodeo on all DSP platforms, right? It's doing fucking numbers. Now, mind you, I'm not here to talk about Days Before the Rodeo, but this project is so unanimously good amongst all Travis Scott fans, and even just musically, sonically, it was so different, and it set the tone for what music sounds like today. If it wasn't for that project, Days Before the Rodeo, I don't think trap and alternative type of music and sounds would blend together so well if it wasn't for Travis Scott doing what he did, right? So, Days Before the Rodeo comes on all platforms, and Travis Scott is releasing different versions of it or bonus tracks on a website or Spotify. So it's on pace to sell 365,000 pure sale units. Pure sales, okay, people? I can't give you the exact mathematical equations as to how many streams it takes for it to be one sale, but 365,000 sales is a lot of fucking streams when you break that shit down. That means niggas went to eating this shit up like it was filet mignon. That goes to show you that this project is great. I think it outsold Utopia. It blew that bitch out the water. 10-year-old mixtape. This was not an album. This is a mixtape before he even really came out with an album, y'all. So Sabrina and Travis are going head to head, and Sabrina says this one's for Nicki, right? Yesterday or the day before, it was reported that he was up in sales by over 11K, right? Billboard ends up pulling some sort of, we're not ready to give the results yet. They wait a day or two, and then by the time they release the actual numbers, Sabrina Carpenter debuted at the #1 Billboard spot with her short and sweet album with 362,000 sales, and Travis Scott's Rodeo being 361. How the do you mean to tell me I'm up 11K the day the numbers, it's official, I'm supposed to be at the top, Travis is supposed to be at the top, the day of, these niggas say, Labor Day, pal. Nothing we could do. Then after, you telling me that this motherfucker who is down over 11K projected, right? Now, yeah, they said that the projection was supposed to be 365. Maybe they do a little bit under what that is, right? But she was at 350 something. Travis was already in the 360s. So for the real numbers to come out and he's at 361 and she's at 362, there's no way. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense because even the projections had her lower. So how is it that after the official results come out, he's number 2? I don't know who Travis is pissed off in the industry because Travis is the most monetized rapper in the game. This nigga done had fucking meals. He's got shoes. He's got alcohol. He's got festivals. There's nobody who has more brands tied to him than Travis Scott, than probably like other than what, Drake or a couple other rappers here and there when they partner up with Adidas. But there's nobody who is more marketable than Travis Scott. After that whole thing at Astro World, it should have been done. He should have been clapped. But he came back a couple years. He should have been clapped after that fucking apology. That was horrible. But he came back. And he has had an amazing comeback, right? And for him to have a big ass yoink like that, it's absolutely disgraceful, man. I don't get into the politics of music, but there's no excuse for what we have witnessed with this project. It could have been anything else. If it was any other project, I would completely understand. But you mean to tell me, please don't prove them right is better than Drugs You Should Try, Backyard? And look, I rock with Sabrina Carpenter's music for the most part. I haven't listened to the album. I do plan on listening to it because I like her voice. I like her sound. But, even if we do accept the fact that, yeah, she beat Travis Scott, right? For her to be releasing an album and it's competing against a 10-year-old mixtape, that speaks so many volumes. And I guarantee you what Travis Scott did with this project is now going to be the new blueprint for so many artists to do, where they're going to take a bunch of grails that they done had locked up in a vault. They're going to start releasing them in packages, right? Or projects that they have had out, they're going to start re-releasing those. I guarantee you, bro. Like, if Thug decided to release Slime Season 2 and 3, or Slime Season 1 and 2, and put them on actual DSP platforms, the world's going to go crazy. Do y'all remember when Slime Season 1 and 2 especially, big racks? Bro! But I'm not going to rant on this too much longer, bro. Matter of fact, I'm done because there's nothing really else to say. Travis has been hoed again. And at this point, we can't do anything but just, damn. You guys get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Why does the industry hate Travis Scott? Get in the comments. Hit that like button. Hit subscribe. Let me know what you think and have an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this. I'm out.